Hi everyone, it's the first ever bath time for my Honda CRF 300L, so I thought I'd make a short video about it. Before I kick off, I'm going to be using a new range from a company called Autobrite based in the UK. Anyway, they've just launched a brand new range specifically for motorbikes, so I'm going to give a few of the products a shot today and I'll let you know how I get on with them, good or bad. I've always been 100% transparent and I shall remain to be so. So I'm going to kick off today with a hose, not a power washer. The reason for that is it's too open, and because it's a sort of new baby, I don't want to give it nappy rash. So I'm going to go gently with a hose pipe just to get all of the muck off initially, and then I'm going to use the first product to spray down. Okay, here we go. So you can see I'm just getting the thick off with the hose pipe. It's not too bad really, but I just want to see the effect that the shampoo and the other products have really without blasting everything with a power washer. I'm also going to blast out all of the crap in the chain as well. Okay, we're nearly there really. Wasn't too bad at all, but sure, I like to keep my bikes clean. And by the way folks, this might not be the right way, might not be the wrong way, but as Frank Sinatra famously said, I did it my way. It's not ideal either to be washing a bike in bright sunshine, but for the purposes of this video, you can't really pick and choose your weather here in Ireland. So I'm literally spraying this everywhere. That's the Extreme bike cleaner. Caustic free and safe to use on all surfaces, including carbon fibre, aluminium and titanium, whilst being tough on dirt and grime. All right. Have a good old spray inside the engine as well. When I got this bike, I said to myself, oh, you know what? I'll use this as my sort of dirt bike and I'll keep it dirty and I won't worry too much about keeping it clean and polished like the other bikes. But I've sort of fallen in love with the bike. You know how it is. And it sort of pains me to see it left uncared for. So it's going to be the same as the other bikes now, of course. As if I haven't got enough to do. Anyway, I think I've said in many videos, I nearly get as much pleasure from cleaning the bikes as I do ride them. And mind you, saying that, this bike allows me to go out riding in every sort of weather. And I've done that. If you've seen the videos over the last few weeks of me riding it in the snow, riding it in the sun, riding it in the mud, riding it in the rain. And it's certainly a bike for that. Okay, might as well put on the chain degreaser now as well, just whilst we're waiting on the bike cleaner to work. Such a light bike, this. Literally. It's not ideal to be doing this on gravel. As my wife keeps calling this motorbike, she says it's like a Lego bike. It's only, well, it's less than 140 kilograms, so that's why it's so easy to maneuver. Sticker into neutral. I try and spray it just in one spot and turn the chain rather than spraying this stuff everywhere, because you don't really want this going onto your brake discs. This is basically standard practice on how I degrease and then lubricate the chain on any bike really. So nothing new here, just a new product. Chain and sprocket degreaser. I suppose every product gets rid of the grime on the chain. I don't know what this does special or different, but we shall find out. Okay, I'm going to get the wire brush on this now just to agitate it, so back in a tick. What I do with this, I do quite a few rotations when the brush is on here, and then I alternate the direction of it. You can see already actually the The degreaser is working its magic. The chain is looking shiny already. I haven't even lubricated it yet. So I'm just getting all of this stuff on now, and in the meantime it's time to spray off the motorcycle cleaner, and obviously I'll give the chain a spray as well just to get rid of all the gunk. Okay, let's carry on with that. I never like leaving any product on the bike for too long, because you never know the effect it's going to have on the frame, plastics, metals. Okay, that's it for that stage. Now what I would normally do now, take control of your hose, Dave. That's why I've got 4 kids. What I would normally do now is to dry it off and then apply a polish. But for the purposes of this video, they've got a shampoo in this range, and this is what alerted me to this company. Last year I used the Purple Velvet shampoo. Now they have a product called streak-free shampoo. Now I'm particularly interested in using this on the Chrome Royal Enfield. I'm going to go and fill a bucket of water, squirt a bit of this in, bring it to a bit of a lather. Is that the word? A lather or a foam? And I'm going to apply that with sponge. And then, well, let's give it a bash and find out, will we? Streak-free shampoo, that'll do. And bring it, obviously you should put that in before the water, and then it brings it up into a nice froth. Another top tip here, I store my buckets in the shed, and when I haven't washed the bikes for a while, you can bet your bottom dollar there's always a few little bits of dirt and debris and gunk in the buckets. So rinse out the buckets first of all. I have scratched the bike. I scratched the FGR because of that very reason. So that's why I'm saying it. I love a shiny new bike, and in a few moments time hopefully this will be one. Okay, time for its final rinse down. Okay, well we're into the final few stages now. Important not to let that dry under the sun. Either wipe it down with a chamois leather, or if you're a total and absolute nerd, you can use one of these. I take more care of my bikes than I do myself, in fairness. Now, that's the job. My mate Jake, actually, over at JBL Motovlogs, check him out if you haven't done already. He put me onto these things. Absolutely great job. Mind you, when I came home with this, there was a few unsavoury words from my wife. You've bought a hairdryer for your motorbike. Not good. Right, last stage. The bit I enjoy the most, to be honest, because this is when you see your efforts being rewarded, especially when you put a bit of polish on. And on that note, what I'm using now is Ceramic Quick Detailer. Apparently you're supposed to spray it on, but I don't have the spray nozzle for it, so I'm just going to apply it with a microfiber pad. So apparently you just apply it. It doesn't even say leave it on, and then just wipe it off. So it's always good to use this stuff on plastics, especially because then you can see it coming up in hopefully a high gloss. Just put a little bit on. You don't need very much apparently. So it's weird stuff. Looks like it's not sticking to the surface, or did I shake the bottle? Try it again. No. Well, I presume it's working. That's not my stomach getting hungry, if you can hear that, by the way. It's the chickens in the background. They're very nosy, and I have no doubt they'll be joining me very soon to see what I'm up to. This is odd, because with polish it normally sort of settles on the surface, but definitely says apply with one microfiber towel and then rub off with another. So I'll do that. I shall follow the instructions. I'm going to put it on the metal as well, and the engine casing. Hope you're not looking at my bald spot. The kids keep telling me, Dad, do you know you're going bald? Yep, thanks kids. Okay, before all that dries, I've got a different microfiber cloth and I'm going to start rubbing that detailer in. Do I sound out of breath? Quite strenuous work, this. Oh wow. Oh, now I see what it's doing. Oh, I've let it dry a little bit too much on the black plastic on the tank. I might have to apply a little bit more. Now the problem is, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see on the camera just how well this is coming up, certainly on the plastics. I hope it doesn't stain the black plastic, because where I've let it dry here, do you know what, I'll just get the green applicator and put a little bit more on the black plastic there. When I cut the camera, I went round the bike with it, and I've done exactly what I said you shouldn't do, especially on a sunny day. Let it dry. I keep looking over there because there's an impending chicken invasion. They're looking at me doing this, wondering what on earth am I up to. Right. Okay, I'm going to cut the camera and get this all dried off, and then we'll have a final walk around, and hopefully you'll be able to see the fruits of my labour, and indeed the results of this new extreme range of polishes. And then I'm going to have a cup of tea. Okay, it's time to have a look around the bike and see exactly how that has all worked out. Looks like new, doesn't it? I hope you can see the benefit of this on the camera. It really has come up absolutely tip-top showroom condition. Okay, the problem is now, of course, is that I've got to do this now with the rest of the bikes. I'm in trouble. I knew this would happen. Anyway, delighted with that. Very impressed with the Autobrite Extreme range, specifically for motorcycles, and launching around now as well. I'm not affiliated with the company, and I'm not sponsored by the company. I bought the product last year, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video. The company then saw that video I did, and they very kindly sent me this range. Good or bad, I'm 100% transparent. If it wasn't anything I was happy with, I was going to tell you. But the bike has come up like new. I'm delighted with this, and I've no qualms at all about using it on the rest of my bikes. So happy days. Right, all I'm going to do now before I sign off, just so you know, is I'm going to lubricate the chain again. I'm not going to do that on a video because there's 1,000,001 videos of people doing that. So I'm going to lubricate the chain, and then I'm also going to apply a coating of ACF 50 just for the up and coming outings on this bike. So once again, folks, I hope you took something from that. Thanks a million for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Dave Perry, Wheelie Good TV, over and out.